So what inspired me to start my bodybuilding journey was when I first went to a natural bodybuilding show. And I'm sitting in the stands and I'm seeing all the natural athletes on stage. And I thought to myself, I can totally do that. Up until that point, active duty in the military, physical fitness has always been an important part of my daily life. I felt like I capitalized and maximized on everything I could do physical fitness wise from a military standpoint. And I just wanted something to push the envelope further. I wanted something to challenge myself beyond what the normal standard was for an active duty service member. Yeah, retiring from the military was written in the stars at least 3 years prior to me retiring. I created a vision for my life, and I kind of figured out that I just want to bodybuild, and I want to train, and I want to coach, and I just want to, push myself to achieve like whatever the highest level I can attain. And the military and 24 years of service definitely set me up for that, especially as a Marine. And being at the level of the organization that I worked at, there's no such thing as mission failure or I can't. You get your orders, you get your directives, you receive it, and you find a way to execute. There's always competition when it comes to physical performance in the military. But for me, especially as I got older, I got better because I got into natural bodybuilding. So I trained my body from top to bottom, left to right, back to front consistently. And as you get older, the wear and tear on your body from all the stuff that you're required to do would catch up with a lot of people. But I just adapted the way that I trained and evolved some of the training philosophies and principles to apply to myself, whatever age I was at as I got older. So I essentially felt like I got older, but I got better. The people and environment that I was around didn't take physical fitness the same way that I did. They hit the minimum or the required. If they did go a step above that, sure. But for me, physical fitness was like the cornerstone to everything. So I believe that I just stood out amongst my peers and just the people that are around me, even my supervisors and people that were in charge. They just were not at the same level. My standard was far superior. So I would like to say that I'm one of the co-founders of the team and the royal family, alongside Eli, aka the Ultimate Human, and alongside Kamani, aka Swole. Myself was already a 2-time PNBA pro and a top 5 natural Olympia champion in 2021. And we were already all in on, hey, let's become bodybuilders and pursue bodybuilding as a career and as coaches, and do a holistic development. So not just work on someone physically, but working on them mentally. And we all collectively had this idea that natural bodybuilding is the best avenue to do that in, because you can help someone transform without the use of drugs, prescription or anabolics, and then going on stage as a natural athlete is like the ultimate test of how far you have come in your pursuit of getting in shape. We set out we put our first group of athletes on stage at the Southern California Armed Forces Championship, and I'll never forget, Diana Keikos got on the mic and she was like, "What do I even call you guys?" Right? And we're like, well, we're the Marine Corps bodybuilding team, you know, and we're like, nah, that's too cheesy. And that's when I really saw that, you know, every great team, in order for it to have an identity, it needs a name. In my culture as Jamaican, we often refer to each other as kings and queens, and similar to Eli's culture, being African from Nigeria, always greet each other with a word of reverence and respect. So that was already the way we communicated with each other. We called each other kings and queens, and you know, we just decided like, okay, we got to give a name to this team, and you know, we threw around a bunch of different names, and I can't recall if it's me or him, or probably him because he's good with coming up with names for people. But yeah, we just, you know, I think the royalty, and I think we threw something out there about royalty, and the way we all bonded collectively, all from different backgrounds, walks of life, different genders, religion, races, and the way we all bonded, and the way we uplifted each other, cheered for each other, respected each other, showed up for each other, supported each other through everything at that time. We're like, you know, we're like a family, and it fit, and we're like the royal family, and we're like, okay, we got a name, we got an identity, and it's something that transcended just a bodybuilding team. It really evolved into, we're a family first, and then, you know, we're athletes and a team second.